D'Angelo was a high-ranking member of a very successful drug operation on the west side of Baltimore, Maryland, ran by his uncle, Avon Barksdale. Avon Barksdale controls the majority of project buildings on the west side of Baltimore with his heroin and cocaine operation. D'Angelo is on trial for murdering another drug dealer who goes by the name of Pooh in one of Avon's high-rise project buildings called the Franklin Terrace, which D'Angelo oversaw. At D'Angelo murder trial, there are two witnesses, security guard William Grant and security guard Nakisha Lies. William Grant testifies against D'Angelo, pointing him out in court, but Nakisha Lies refute her statements, most likely because of a bribe or possibly death threats.
The man who was knocked down had a gun. And do you see that man in the courtroom today? Nope.
Even though William Grant testified against D'Angelo, the jury found him not guilty and he was acquitted of the murder. Jimmy McNulty is a homicide detective from the Baltimore Police Department. McNulty attended D'Angelo's trial. After D'Angelo was acquitted for the murder of Pooh, Judge Daniel Phelan wondered why McNulty was at the trial. So he asked to see McNulty in private. McNulty and Judge Phelan knew each other way back, prior to him being a judge. McNulty told Judge Phelan about Avon Barksdale drug operation and murders his crew had committed. Judge Phelan was not happy about the negligence of the Baltimore Police Department, and he let it be known. After McNulty spilled all the beans, Judge Phelan came down hard on the Baltimore Police Department.
Barksdale has 5 out of 7 towers on the terrace. That's 10 stairwells and 5 high-rises going 24/7 for dope and coke. That's just the towers. The low-rises, the avenue corners, they're all his too.
How do you know this?
Everybody knows it.
Define everybody.
Well, everybody on the west side.
Major Williams A. Rawls, supervisor of the Baltimore Police Department, was furious at McNulty for revealing this information to Judge Phelan. It made the Baltimore police look bad, and Rawls being the supervisor, it made him look bad. Now the heat is on. The whole police department is now determined to take down this Barksdale guy.
What the fuck you doing over at the courthouse anyway? Why the fuck are you talking to some shitbag judge? Easy for you, McNulty. This one over here is going up your narrow fucking Irish ass. And this bad boy over here is in your fucking eye.
After D'Angelo was released, he went to see his kingpin uncle, Avon Barksdale. Avon was happy his nephew was out of jail, but was also pissed at him because of the fact D'Angelo shot Pooh over something petty and in front of security guards. D'Angelo promises to do better, and Avon forgives him.
It's about you. You can't play him out of that lobby. You can't take a beating neither. So the first thing you do, you get all emotional. You pull your gun out. You do some dumb shit. Then now we got a workaround.
I know.
Hey, come here. Walk out of here like that. Your family, right? All right. You know it's always love.
D'Angelo then shows up bright and early at the high-rise towers, ready to work. He was greeted by Stringer Bell, Avon Barksdale right-hand man. Stringer Bell informs D that he will no longer be working at the towers and was demoted to the McCullough homes, aka the Pits.
You going out on point, picking up business in the pit.
What?
You the man in the low rise.
My uncle know about this?
What'd you think?
The Pits is a low-rise housing project nearby the towers. The Pits didn't make as much money. D arrived at the Pits. He meets low-level drug dealers, Bodie and Wallace. D quickly realized that previous overseer, Ronnie Moe, was running a sloppy operation after he peeped Wallace serving incorrectly and getting gypped by a dopehead who goes by the name of Bubbles and his dopehead buddy, Johnny Weeks, with counterfeit money. D'Angelo confronted Wallace about the transaction and let him know that if it happens again, he'll be off the package.
Hey, yo, ho, ho, ho. Y'all niggas been burnt. Huh? Huh? That's what you got to say? Huh? This look like money, motherfucker? Money be green. Money feel like money. That shit look green. If this shit happen again, you off the money. You hear me? You ain't even gonna be serving no more.
Lieutenant Cedric Daniels of the Baltimore Police Department Narcotics Unit meets with the deputy commissioner. The deputy tells the lieutenant that the case should be made with a buy-and bust, a fast, straightforward investigation. Lieutenant Cedric Daniels then brings this information to his team, but McNulty have a different approach.
Keem and my people start doing some hand-to-hand stuff with the terrorists. Buy bust, quick and dirty. We put some years over top of some of these low-level people, we'll roll a few, no problem.
You're not gonna get Avon Barksdale or Stringer Bell or anyone else above the street, not on street rips.
You don't know that.
These guys are good. They're deep, they're organized. They got everyone on the terraces running scared.
What do you suggest?
Surveillance teams, DNRs, asset investigation. Keep gathering string till we can find a way in.
He doesn't believe that Avon Barksdale can be taken down that way. He suggests that the team should do surveillance, asset investigations, and even have wired confidential informants. The two didn't see eye to eye, and Lieutenant Cedric Daniels let McNulty know who was boss.
No one does anything at all on the street without me knowing about it first. Chain of command, Detective. That's how we do things down this end of the hall.
Later, Bubbles' dopehead companion, Johnny Weeks, came back to the pit and tried to use fake money again to supply his drug habit. Bodie peeped the play and alerted the crew. They chased down Johnny Weeks and proceed to beat the shit out of him, sending him to the hospital.
Look, nigga, look. That's the motherfucker right there. Who? The white boy right there. Hey, yo, Pooh, grab that motherfucker. The white boy.
Bubbles visits his dopehead friend at the hospital. When Bubbles saw what they had done to him, he decided to cooperate with law enforcement. He contacted narcotics detective Kima, who he had a prior relationship with, probably for being locked up multiple times. McNulty, partner Bunk, got called on by Sergeant Landsman to investigate a homicide in the projects. When Bunk arrived on the scene, it was none other than William Grant, the same security guard that testified against D in his murder trial. D was present at the scene, and when he saw the body of William Grant, he walked away with a heart filled of guilt.
You better watch your back. Well, I beg your pardon.